Hello, guys. Welcome to the weekly forecast of Xauusd. We're going to be looking at what we should be expecting for this coming week and also a monthly rundown to see how the month of June went through and the closing of it, and have an idea of what you should be expecting for this coming month for this current month, which we are in July, and also fundamentals for the week. All right, fundamentals for the week. Always very important to have an idea of the major economic data we have for the week. Then also have in mind we are currently approaching the month of consolidation in the gold market, which is very important. So you realize that some sessions now have been really slow, especially the London session. Yes, so the London session has been consolidating more for this month as this month started. So you're going to expect more in the month of August. The month of August is really going to be slow, and gradually we're going to be approaching the month where we start seeing the bulls coming back into the market. All right, let's get to the chart and see what we have. So this is the monthly time frame on XAUSD. All right, just going to put uh let's just allow out. I wanted to put the watermark. So this is the monthly time frame on XAUSD. All right, and as we can see, gold has been bullish on the monthly, right? And we've been having the bearish correction coming in, and the previous month low, which has been taken out. This is actually from the month of March. This is from the month of March. The low of the month of March has been taken out, and what should we be expecting to see for this month of July? So before that, I'll just do a quick look at the dollar index. We'll look at the monthly and the weekly time frame only, so you have an idea of what is actually happening. So you can see that on the monthly time frame on the dollar index, so we had this high that was being created and price failed to take out the high. All right, so giving us a bearish formation of lower highs and lower low and a break from this level, all right, to give us a shifting structure to the downside. So with this in place, and also where gold is currently reacting from an order block zone, all right. So we should expect for this coming week a bearish market before a run to the upside to this level. You understand? So this is actually going to be like a premium displacement level from this bearish displacement, a pullback into the premium level before the market can be able to create us another lower high formation, all right, by respecting this trend line and giving us something like that. So this is what we should be expecting on the monthly time frame, all right. Um, if we look at the weekly time frame, have a look at the weekly time frame, so you could see that yes, so we're having a pullback to continue with this bullish move into this level before we have a run to the downside. So if that be the case, if DXY is bearish for this coming week, so you know what is going to be happening on the other USD pairs, GBP USD, Euro USD, and gold. So we'll be expecting buys on gold for this coming week. So having in mind before the rally to the upside based on the buyers, price took out this liquidity here. So we had a sweep of liquidity at this level and respected this zone with a good rejection, all right, and closing back inside of the range, all right, then giving us what a change in character, a break of structure, and another break of structure from that level. So with that, expect a drop to this level. This is based on the weekly time frame. So for the whole of this week, we should be expecting sales. The level at which price is currently reacting from, you will realize that um, we have what? We have a strong resistance level for point of rejection here, and then also this breakout level, all right, which we had, and price is respecting um, an inverse fair value gap. This is an inverse fair value gap. So it was a bullish fair value gap that failed to hold price, and then you could see that price retest from it and drop. And since yet, we've not had a break from this particular level to react from this bearish order block zone. So this inverse fair value gap can still be able to hold price to this bullish order block, all right, before we have buyers coming in to get to this level. So using Fibonacci, when I said 80% premium level, yeah, so that is a premium level, that is an optimal trade entry position for you to look out for sales of what we should be expecting on the dollar index. All right, so that is my view for the XY for the coming week. First, it will be a drop to this other block. So from here, if it holds, then we'll have a bullish move respecting this current structure, all right, which we have from this level. So that is it for the dollar index. So let's get back to um, and to gold. So from the monthly, we've seen that we are bullish on the monthly time frame. Also, looking at the level which price is reacting from. All right. So this is a monthly fair value gap. Um, this is a monthly fair value gap sitting here. That is a nice fair value gap zone there on the monthly time frame. So what we should be expecting, if price can be able to fill this gap up to 50% level, then before we can continue with the sales on gold, because remember on the from the daily time frame downward, we actually bearish on gold. We're going to see the structure. So if gold can be able to pull right up to around 42.82, yes, from 42.80, from that level, that is where I'll be interested to start looking out for um, continuation of sales on the gold market. All right, so this is our protected high we have from that level, and monthly low that was being taken. So get to the weekly time frame. So what do we see on the weekly time frame? We can see a shift in uh, market structure on the weekly time frame. All right, from this, that is actually a change in character from that level, and this is the monthly fair value gap zone, which you can see that price has been reacting from within, because first we had to push into that level and drop. Now this is the third time price is coming. So 50% level is the consequent encroachment, all right, the midpoint of the fair value gap. So looking backward at price and what actually happened, this was the last break of structure we had to the upside, all right, and then price created this nice order block zone here. So we had three rejections from this zone, all right, we've had three rejections from that zone. Okay, good. So this is what the weekly structure on Go, what we can have. We go to the daily time frame. So I'm just going to remove this fair value gap zone we have here. So on the on the daily time frame, sorry. So we can see the other block zone is still being respected, right? Price has not been able to break from it, which is actually where we want to see the continuation to the downside. Price taking this 4,000 level, closing below it, bearish, then we can say we are going to continue with the sales. But as long as it's still respecting, then we are going to be having the buyers coming in to give us a pullback before we can continue with the selling structure. So from this daily time frame, you could see the market has been creating what lower highs and lower low, a good bearish structure to the downside and respecting that trend line in that manner. All right, so we've seen the lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low to the downside. So that is a good bearish structure on the daily time frame. All right, so looking at our this is actually still a change in character from this level. And then we have, this is the recent break of structure on the daily time frame. That would be the recent break of structure. And also, uh, this will give us a good supply zone from here on the daily time frame. Then you want to consider this to be your buy side liquidity for that particular zone on the daily time frame. So it means we still have to we still need to see more buys on go, right? And before that, this is the other block zone we have on the daily time frame as well. So minor pullback, all right, the minor pullback should give us a push into that level. But I don't think I want to see price coming right to this. This is around 4,400 level. I don't think price will be able to push right up to that particular level. And we also have a break of structure at this point. And this is now our strong high. This is now going to be our strong high. So very strong resistance level holding price, right? Good. So daily time frame, we expect bullish move before the sellers coming in. So for this week, we're expecting buys for this week. So a continuation of sales can be coming from the third week to the fourth week of this month for the continuation of the sales. And also based on the fundamentals, this is what we have. The main key fundamentals I will want to be looking ahead will be the FOMC, which is going to be coming on Wednesday. So a service PMI, we have it on Monday, and the other ones, yeah, good enough. But FOMC is going to be the major economic data for this coming week. All right, FOMC is going to be the major data. So we look at the 4-hour time frame from for our entry points on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, just a quick one. Let's get back to the daily time frame. So we see the how price has been respecting the trend line. So you see currently what is happening. We gradually having a rejection around this level. So I want to see price taking out this as liquidity push a little bit more before giving us that structure. So if that can be able to happen, it's going to give a nice entry for the selling continuation. So let's get to 4-hour. Okay. So I'm just going to remove this and this. All right. So on the 4-hour time frame, this was the last break of structure to the downside. That was the last break of structure to the downside. Then we had this internal break of structure, and currently price is sitting at the zone. So that is the other block zone that led to that break of structure. So what we realized based on the rejection from this key level is that we could see what a sweep of liquidity. All right, we could see a sweep of liquidity, and then this other block zone price has not pushed back to mitigate it. We see a rally to the upside, then giving us what a change of character at that level. Okay, so that is a sweep on liquidity, a sweep of liquidity. Uh, and this is the current bearish order block zone, which is holding price. So if we can have a drop to at least the 50% level, so from this level we'll be expecting buys from there. All right, then this is going to be the decision, this is going to be the decision zone of the next move. So because when you're analyzing, you always have to have plan A and plan B of possible moves that can happen. So if the market open for this coming week on Monday, can see a possible drop from that bearish order block zone, then to give us the buys, and where will it be heading to at this particular level. So that is where I want to start expecting the sales. So based on the monthly fair value gap, like what I said, from 4280 level, all right, that is where I want to start expecting the sales. So that is the first move. And the second move, we can have a break from this level, and then price just push to the upside like that, because looking at it, we still see the 4-hour time frame trend lines still being respected. All right, the 4-hour time frame trend line still being respected. So you can see that is it. So a break from here, and then you will expect buyers to continue to this level. So you remember this drop we had was FOMC drop, and then price filled the gap that was being created, pushed, and continue with the bearish move. So we can have this ABC movement and continue with our sales on go. So that is it on XAUSD from dollar index. XAUSD. If you are first time coming around, make sure to subscribe and also turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on our coming videos. So next, a review for this past week on some of the losses we incurred. I'll be doing a review on it and the reasons and what happened. All right, so uh, stay put and watch out for the upcoming videos. Drop your comments, what you think is gonna be you are expecting for this coming week. So let's know in the comment section. All right, let me know where you're connecting from and what you have viewed for this coming week on Go. See you in our next video.